my days as an IRS auditor looking at qualified retirement plans, there were several common issues that popped up. Even today, the IRS reports these same issues are prevalent when they conduct audits of retirement plans. Several of them include, first of all, the actual deferral percentage test. With a 401k plan, there's discrimination testing that takes place on an annual basis. Some of the common errors that are found with respect to this test pertain to not including eligible participants. Every participant that is eligible to be in the plan, even for one single day, needs to be included for testing purposes. Quite often, these people are erroneously excluded. Another issue that actually relates to 401k plans deals with deposits of contributions. The Department of Labor recently came out with guidance that said 401k deferrals must be deposited within 7 business days, assuming the plan has less than 100 participants. Quite often, employers get in trouble because they don't deposit those contributions timely. That's actually considered a prohibited transaction, and the government views it as a loan from the plan to the employer. Same rules apply for depositing loan repayments. If somebody's withholding from somebody's paycheck, they have 7 business days to deposit those funds as well. The next issue deals with top-heavy. Top-heavy occurs when more than 60% of the assets in the plan belong to the key employees, basically our business owners for simplicity purposes. When this happens, there has to be at least a minimum contribution to the non-key employees of the lesser of 3% or the amount that is received by the key employee. Next issue I want to briefly mention pertains to loans. Loans are a common problem. Certain basic rules apply here. First of all, generally, loans must be repaid within 5 years. You must have quarterly amortization and repayments. And the maximum amount of the loan is the lesser of $50,000 or half of your account balance, with a special rule that you can't have minimum loans of $10,000 even if the account balance doesn't justify that. Common problems are simply nobody seems to repay the loans. So what ends up happening is they take the loan out and they never follow the repayment schedule. Other cases, you have not sufficient interest. It has to be a reasonable rate of interest. Just because GM is offering financing for cars at 1% doesn't mean that that's a reasonable rate of interest just because you're going to use your loan to finance your car. Last issue I want to mention is amendments of plans. The government is always changing the rules with respect to retirement plans. So you constantly have to be aware of what amendments need to be executed and by when. Thank goodness the IRS has correction programs to address all of these various issues. But if you have more questions, feel free to email me.